Hello guys, welcome to my today's math video. Today I will be showing how to do multiplication without using a calculator. So we have two easy methods for this. The first one is split or grid method and the second one is column method. So we will start with this first method, which is basically split or grid method. Okay, so let's start. To understand the first method, which is split method, we need to understand the place value of a number and how numbers are actually formed. Okay, so to understand this, let's take uh, let's take a random number. Where is my pen? Here. There we go. Okay, so let's take a random number 1 9 5 3 2 1 7 8. Okay, this number will do. So it's a quite long number. Okay, so the first place of a number are called ones, then the second place, and it always starts from this side, like right to left. The second place is called tens, and the third place is, we all know, 100 or hundreds. Obviously it's not 100. Then the fourth place, we call it thousands, and then we have the there's my pen, come on. Where did my pen go? There. Sorry, I just lost my pen here. Okay, now the fifth position, we call it 10,000s, and sixth, we call it 100,000s, and from seventh we have million, and then it goes like 10 million, 100 million, trillion. There you go. It goes on. So what are these ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and like what are these things? So these are all these things, these are basically multipliers. All of these things, they are basically multipliers. So when you are forming a number, you multiply that number with these multipliers, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000, and then you add everything up and then you get the whole number. So let's take an example. Let's form a very easy number so that we all can understand, right? Maybe let's take 1 0 2. So basically it is 1052. So how this number is formed? So the first digit is 2. So the place value of 2 is 1. So the multiplier will be 1. And then we have to add it up. The second digit is 5. So the place value of the second digit is 10. So we multiply by 10. The third digit is 100. Multiply by 100. And the fourth digit is 1000. So we multiply it by 1000. So what do we get? We get 1000 and then 0, because the position of this 0. Then 50 plus 2 is 52, 1500. So this is the process of forming a number, right? Now what happens when we do like when we multiply two numbers, and how do we multiply two numbers with like easy split system, right? So we follow this natural way of forming numbers and split a number, and then we multiply uh, two different numbers so that we get 30s, like so that we get small portions of it. I know it my maybe my words are not making sense, but if we see an example, we'll understand it more clearly. Okay, so let's take an example what I actually meant by my words. So let's take two easy numbers. Let's take 35 and let's take 12. So we want to multiply 35 and 12, right? So you have seen the place values of a number and how a number is formed. So if we split this 35 in two sections, in its if we split this 35 with the place values of its individual digits, what do we get? We get 30 plus 5, and 12 we get 10 plus 2. Now imagine we are multiplying these two numbers, okay? So like this, by splitting them up. So if you remember the multiplication of such uh, values, then it's actually saying that we need to multiply all these individual numbers with everything which is on the right hand side, not right hand side, which is the right side of the multiplication of operator. So we need to multiply 30 with 10, then plus we need to add it up with 30 into 2, and then plus we get 5 into 10 plus 5 into 2. So it basically comes from here. Let's say a plus b plus c plus d. We know, like we have done this before. In this case, we need to multiply a with this one. So we get a c plus d, and we put this operator in the middle, and then we multiply b with the second part, b multiply c plus d. So we have done the same thing here. We have just written the output here, right? So if you now individually multiply these things, these values, we get AC plus AD plus BC plus BD, right? So say the same thing happened in here, right? So what do we get here? We get 300 plus 60 plus 50 plus 10. So if you add all these values, you get 50 plus 10, 60, 60 plus 60 is 120, you get 420, easy peasy, right? So this is the split method, and then we easily do it. Like if we place these numbers in a, if we form a grid, and then if we place these numbers on a grid, we can easily do it. Okay, how to I don't want this scale here, I want this one. Yeah, I don't want this scale. There you go. Okay, so let's make a grid for the same two numbers. Let's make a grid. So this is a grid. So let's put our operator here. So this is the multiplication operator. And what was the number? The first number was 35. So let's put 35. Like we have split the number in its place with its place values. And the second number was what was the second number? The second number was 12, I think. Yes, 12. So the second number is 12. So we get 10 and then 2. Now we need to multiply these numbers with individual numbers here. Individually we need to multiply them all. So 10 multiplied by 30 is 300, 10 multiplied by 5 is 50, 2 multiplied by 30 is 60, 2 multiplied by 5 is 10. And now we need to add everything which is in between this row and this column. So we get 300, 50, 10, 60, 120, 300 plus 120, 420. So this is the value of this multiplication, right? And we can do we can multiply larger numbers with the same method easily. Now let's discuss the second method, which is the column method. So column method, we do the same thing, but just from, like in split method, we have done the entire process from top to bottom, right? Like if we put, and with column method we'll be going like bottom to top. Okay, what do I mean by that? Let's take an example. Let's take the same example, then it will be more clear, it will be clearer. So the second method is column method. So let's take the same numbers here, 35, 12. So we have written these numbers like in a column, like that's why the method is called column method, in one column. Okay, so now we want to multiply them. So what we are going to do, we are going to take the first digit of the lower number, right, the bottom number, and then multiply all the digits of the above number. So what do we have here? We have 5, 2, 5, so it's basically 10. Then we have 0, then we get 1 in our hand. 2 multiplied by 3 is 6, so we have 1 in our hand. We do 1 plus 6 and we get 70. And then as we move this way, like more on our left, we will skip one digit here, right? We'll start putting our values from here. So what we get 1 into 5 is 5, 1 into 3 is 3, and then we are going to add all the results here. And because we have skipped one digit here, we have skipped one digit here because of the place value of this 1, because of the place of this 1 is one digit ahead of 2, right? So there is nothing here, so it's actually 0. Because there is nothing, it's actually 0. So now we need to add these two numbers. What do we get? We get 420. Now we can multiply large numbers with this column method easily. And how do we do it? Let's take two large numbers, right? Let's take 1572 and then 362. Okay, so 2 2 4 7 2 14. Then we have 1 in our hand. 5 to 10, 10 plus 1 is 11, so we put 1 and then we are left with 1 in our hand. 2 1 2, 2 multiplied by 1 is 2, then we have 1 in our hand, so 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay, now we need to skip one digit. So because we are skipping a digit, we put the first here 0. Then we start. 6 into 2 is 12. Let's put 2. We have 1 in our hand. So we have 1 in our hand. 6, 7 is 42. 6 multiplied by 7 is 42. So 1 plus 42 is 43. So we'll put this 3 here. We have 4 in our hand now. 6 multiplied by 5 is 30. 30 plus this 4 is 34. We put 4. So we are left with 3 in our hand. 6 multiplied by 1 is 6. Plus 3 is 9. Now, we have skipped this first one. Now we'll skip this one, right? So we put two zeros here. So what do we have now? We have now 3. Let's multiply everything with 3. 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. 3 multiplied by 7 is 21. So we put 1. We have 2 in our hand. 3 multiplied by 5 is 15. So 2 plus 15 is 17. Let's put 7. We have 1 in our hand. 3 multiplied by 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. And now if we add everything up, what do we get here? We get, look, this 4, 4, 4 plus 2, 6, 1 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 6, 10. We are left with 1 in our hand. 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 plus 7 is 16. We have 1 in our hand. 4 plus 1 is 5. So we get 569,064. So what this column method actually did, it it actually like it actually it actually kept the first number intact, right? And then it splitted the second number like this. Sorry, it was, what was the number? 362. So it is 60, not 50, like this. So what 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 do we have here? I have put a wrong operator. So this is the operator. So now what's happening here? We are practically multiplying 1572 with 300, and then we'll be left with this. We are then multiplying with 60, which will give us 94,320, and finally we have this little 2, which will give us this. And then if we add everything up, we will get 5,569. 69,064. So this is basically the column method. That's why I said it's doing the whatever we are doing in the split method, we are doing it from top to bottom, and in column method it's just splitting the bottom value and then multiplying the top value with the individual part of the bottom value and adding it up, adding everything up, right? So these are the easy methods of doing multiplication without a calculator. It's very effective when you are taking exams like functional skills level 2, or maybe you are facing any job exam, any IQ exam or anything. I hope this video will be effective for you guys and useful. So I'll see you next time with a new video, and till then, take care, goodbye, and thank you for watching my video.